Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So my question's about eating out. So I'm 29, trying to increase my savings budget a little bit more this year, and part of that is eating out less. But I'm doing fairly well financially, and it's been hard or weird or I don't know, maybe guilty to say no to friends and coworkers who I know make less than I do, and they want me to go out to eat with them, and I'm just trying to make that budget decision. So I'm looking for some guidance just on that thinking process.
So are you running into situations where they're going like, oh, come on, man, and you're going, hey, I can't do it. I'm on a budget. What's the conversations like, and what's the pushback?
I never say I'm on a budget, but I have been packing my lunch more at work and just sort of saying no to things, saying I'm tired or, I got some commitment and sort of making excuses to get out of that, but the driver is budget.
So what is it you feel guilty about? You're doing what you want to do. Why would you haven't done anything wrong. Why are you guilty?
I guess it's because I like I said, I do, I make over $100,000 a year, got a couple side gigs going, and I drive a reasonably nice car, and it just feels weird, the social aspect of saying no to it, just for the money reasons, even though that is a goal I have financially.
Yeah. It doesn't feel weird to me. I think you're just smarter than most people. I mean, most people, that other people run their lives, and instead you're actually running your life. The people that build wealth and the people that are successful at anything long ago quit taking a poll from the public. And that's you. You quit taking a poll. You're just kind of wondering, am I a goofball or something? No, you're not a goofball. I think what you're doing is very wise. Now, if you said, I never go out to eat under any circumstances and I make $100,000 a year because I'm just a complete freaking tightwad, I'll probably tell you to loosen up a little bit, but that's not what you're saying. You're just saying they go out to eat every freaking day and most days you bring your lunch. Whoopee, who cares?
Are you saving for an emergency fund, Wolfgang, or is this for another savings goal?
This is long-term savings. I have, some in savings, some in cash savings, and generally debt-free, but I guess I'm just not quite happy with the trajectory and just looking to build that a little bit.
Yeah, and so you get more joy from the trajectory than you do avocado toast.
For sure.
Yeah, that just makes you like a grown-up. You're not being driven by other people's desire for you. You're being driven by your desire for you. You're making adult choices, and, you're always going to have to tell somebody no the rest of your life. You don't ever have enough money to not say no.
And pretty soon they'll get the memo. You say no enough times, they go, I think he's good today.
And, I'll tell you this, in my life, it's not money, but it was, for a long time, I struggled with, well, so-and-so wants Dave to come and speak. Or I need some of Dave's time. I need to do this with Dave. Dave, this kind of crap. And, there was a whole lot more requests than there were hours in the day. And so I had to learn to go, okay, I have to choose what's best for the things I'm working on, in the business or my family.
The priorities.
And so I'm going to choose to be home this weekend because my teenage daughter has a prom, over speaking for your event over here in some other state, which I could have easily done. And so I had to tell someone no. Well, tell the right people no. I'm not going to tell my daughter no. So consequently, I was there for every prom because you need to be there to threaten the young man that is taking your daughter out. And it
worked.
It worked perfectly. So, but I'm saying you're always going to have to. In my case, I had to learn to say no and not feel guilty because I'm saying yes to the right people. Okay, you don't get a vote over my kid. You don't get a vote over something that I've got the opportunity to work on something inside this business, or I got the opportunity to help you with your business. Oh, I think we'll be working on this one. This is what I do. And so. And that doesn't mean I'm bad. It's just I have to learn to say no to something so I can say yes to something else. And that's all you're learning is there's always a trade-off. But you never reach enough income or time management or delegation or whatever, that you have enough time or enough money that you never say no to anyone. That's never going to happen for any of you. So the art of saying no to others and to yourself in order to achieve a greater yes is an art form. So it's a good question.
Absolutely. Well, it's boundaries right there. And, Dr.
Exactly.
Henry Cloud wrote the best-selling book on that, and he's a friend of ours, and that's a hard thing to do, especially when you're younger. And I'm like him. I'm a people pleaser. So the one thing I want to do is just go, yes, absolutely, I'm in. And when I was getting out of debt or whenever I had a goal, I had to say no to a lot. But you'll find that the right friends stick around through that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you never do anything, number one. And number two, it's just but I think the sooner you can learn to say no graciously and just, I'm sorry, I can't. I got other stuff I got to do.
Can't make it. Y'all have fun.
So sorry. And, we joke that my personal assistant, Patty, she's been with me for 23 years, and she has a sign out on right in front of her thing. It says, "No one gets to see the wizard." Not no one. No way, no how, right? The line from Wizard of Oz, right? And
her office is in the path to get to Dave.
You can't get to me without getting through Patty.
And I would not dare darken the door.
Don't you dare. It's not good for your health. And we joked for a long time. Patty's job description was "No, Dave can't come." Because we had to learn to say no, and it wasn't because we were stuck up. It's because if you don't say no to something, you can't say yes to the right stuff. And in your case, Wolfgang, you're saying yes to my long-term financial goals by saying no to avocado toast with my buddies.
That's right.
And
you can initiate hangs that are on your terms that don't involve always going out to eat. There's a lot of things you can do and spend quality time without just always going out and spending money.
Absolutely.
It's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, we have the money to have someone come into our home and cook every night. My wife is an old-fashioned Southern cook and loves to cook. But even then, if we get to the point that she's cooked every night for everyone else, she'll go, no. If we're going to have a bunch of people over, everybody bring a dish. It's not because we can't afford the dish. That's not it. It's enough time, enough burn on her energy, enough burn on her time. And you go, our buddies get together and do a potluck like we're a bunch of, like we did when we were poor. The
old supper club.
Exactly.
Never goes out of style.
It's wonderful, though.
There's an idea for you, Wolfgang.
You get to spend time with friends, and it's way cheaper than going out to eat. And you got a lot better quality atmosphere. Everything's better.
That's right.
Everything. So, yeah, there's all kinds of ways to say yes. But I think it's an interesting philosophical discussion.
One of the best skills you can have is learning to say no.
Yeah. The Power of No. That's my next book, yeah.
I like that.
Ramsey said no. There it is. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.